Hey everyone, how's it going today? Awesome. I'm glad to be here in San Diego. I flew in early this morning because last night I was watching a football game between two teams, and I was torn because I wrestled at both of these schools, and they're both playing, and I didn't know who to cheer for. Anyone ever been in that predicament before where you don't know who to choose? So it was a BYU Boise State game, and I wrestled at both of those schools, and so I had a chance to go and cheer for both teams, and it was really awesome. So that's why I'm late today, but I'm glad to be here, super excited. Had fun watching Mike speak and watching Mario speak. First time I've seen him speak, and it was really fun. So I'm having a great time and glad to be here. I'm going to be covering some really cool stuff today. I talk really fast, and so they've given me about 90 minutes to talk. I'm probably going to give you a 3 or 4 hour presentation in that time. I hope that's all right. Is that cool? Cool. All right, and what we're going to be covering is one of my weird niche funnels that's currently making me over $17,947 per day. But more importantly, I'm going to show you guys how you can knock it off in less than 10 minutes. Who here wants to know about that? Okay, so when Mario was showing some of the math on his presentation, it got me excited because when I was first getting into this business, I remember my first goal was I wanted to figure out how to make $1,000 a month. If I could make $1,000 a month, that would have changed my entire life. That was all I wanted to do. That was my big aspirations, right? And so I started doing this business, and I was trying thing after thing after thing, and after a while I got there, and it was really exciting. And then I had my next goal, and I was like, what's the next thing I want to try to figure out? And my next goal is, man, if I could make like $60,000 a year, that's like what real adults make. I was like, that would be awesome. So that was my next goal. I started working towards that, and eventually I got to the point where I made $60,000. I was like, this is exciting. Like, this whole internet thing is possible for guys like me to make money. And so I thought, what's my next goal? I said, well, I want to be a millionaire. Like, that's pretty cool, right? A millionaire. And I remember doing the math and thinking, how much money do I have to make to make $1 million? And I reverse engineered the math, and I figured out it was $2,739.73 a day to make $1 million in a year. I was like, that's not that bad. I think I could do that. So that was my initial goal. And Mario was talking about 8 hours a day, right? How much do you have to make per hour to be able to get that? Was it $340 an hour, right? At an 8-hour day. So I was doing that math. I was like, that's really exciting. And so that was my goal, was if I can get a business and get a sales funnel and get something set up that makes me $2,739.73 a day, I'll make $1 million in a year. And that was my entire focus. And I focused on it. And within a year of graduating from college, we hit that goal. And I was just like, this is the greatest business in the world. That we can do that kind of thing, and we can create stuff and put it out there, and people will pay us for the value we put out there. So this is fun. This is a funnel we built earlier this year. We put it out there and we started growing it. And first we got to $1,000 a day, then $5,000, then $10,000. And right now, like I said, we're averaging about almost $18,000 a day we're averaging in sales from this one funnel. So it's pretty exciting, but more importantly, like I said, I'm going to show you guys how to knock it off and get your own doing something like this pretty quick. All right, now one thing I want to ask you guys before I get into the nuts and bolts, I need to make sure you promise me that you will not use these powers for evil. Do you guys promise me that? Okay, because I'm going to be showing you guys some ninja stuff that I've never shared before, because literally, most people talk about all the stuff you have to do to build a business, right? And that stuff's good and it's awesome, but I want to show you guys how to clone it and make it very fast. And literally, if the stuff I'm going to show you guys, you could go and take any business of me or any of my partners, any of my friends, and you can knock it off in a day. Okay, and I'm asking you guys not to do that. That's not the goal of my presentation, is to show you how to clone somebody and knock off their business. Although, after I show you what I'm going to show you today, you could do that. Okay, what I want you guys to do is to understand this process and then use what you learn from this process for your own products and your own services, okay? Do you guys promise me you're not going to knock off one of your, or my, or someone's friends? You guys promise me that? All right, cool. But I promise you guys, if you learn this process, it's super fun and it's easy and you can do some good stuff. All right, so my goal before I'm done today is I'm going to do a couple things. And one of them is I'm actually going to give you guys a sales funnel. It's completely done and it's built. I'm just going to hand it to you. Whether you invest with me or not, I'm just going to give you a sales funnel. Who here wants a sales funnel? All right. Okay, this is going to be fun. All right. So if you stay to the end of this presentation, like I said, I'm going to give you a sales funnel. It's completely done. It's working. And you guys can go and start making money with it today. And that's kind of my gift to you guys for coming out to San Diego and hanging out on this wonderful day. Okay, so real quick, who I am. Who here has never heard of who I am before? You guys never heard about me before? That's awesome. That is opportunity. Okay, I've been doing this for over a decade, you guys. I've made insane amounts of money. I've been speaking all around the world, and most of you guys have never even heard who I am. That is opportunity. That gets me excited. It means I can sell all of you guys new stuff. It's going to be awesome. Okay? Okay, no, but reality, isn't that amazing? Like, I've been doing this long, and most of you guys never even heard of me. That gets me excited. Now, Real quick, who I am. So my name is Russell Brunson. I grew up in Utah. I moved to Boise to go wrestle, and I wrestled. That's my biggest passion in life. Met my wife. We've got 4 beautiful kids with 1 more on the way, and that's kind of my personal life, and it's really fun. My business life, I've had a chance to, like I said, travel around the world, speak everywhere. I had a chance to speak at Tony Robbins' Business Mastery. I was on one of his New Money Masters DVDs. Anyone here ever seen the New Money Master DVDs? Yeah, sweet. I was on one of the DVDs there. He flew me out to his home in Fiji. I sat on his back porch with him and his wife and my wife, and he interviewed me for like an hour, asking me all sorts of questions about the internet. It was like the coolest thing in the world. So that's a picture of him and my kids up on top of his house. In fact, he's got his house, and you walk up onto the roof, and on top of the roof there's a bunch of beds that overlook the ocean. That's where we're sitting, is one of their beds overlooking the ocean. It was one of the coolest things in my entire life. So that's a little bit about me. Here's me. I had a chance to meet Richard Branson. And my core company name is .com Secrets. We teach people the secrets of the internet, right? And Richard Branson actually named one of his planes .com Secrets. He says .com Secrets Air there. And there's him presenting me the airplane, which is kind of cool. Anyone here fly Virgin Airlines? Okay, next, I live in Boise. Virgin is not in Boise yet. Someday we're hoping to get more travelers. But if you guys ever fly there and you see the plane, always look at the front of the plane, because one of the planes says .com Secrets Air on it, and that's our airplane, which is kind of cool. Don't you guys think? So pretty awesome. All right. So a couple other things about me. This is me. I had a chance to speak at one of Dan Kennedy's seminars. They had me present 4 times in 2 days. And between the sessions, I passed out because I was really tired. Someone took this picture of me, put it up on the internet, and it kind of went viral. It said, internet marketing, making money while he sleeps. So there's a picture of me. If you've seen that before, I swear I do work. I'm not always sleeping, but there you go. All right, so a couple things real quick, my background. So when I first got started, I'm from Boise. In Boise, there's not a lot to do. One thing there is all over the ground are potatoes. Okay, we're famous for potatoes, right? So one day, at spring break, I'm trying to figure out what to do because I'm bored out of my mind, and we start making potato guns. Anyone here ever made a potato gun? A couple of you guys are missing out. I've got this course you can invest in that's going to teach you guys. No, but we're making potato guns, and this is the same time I was learning about internet marketing, and I was studying guys like Frank Kern and Ed Dale and all these guys teaching about how they're making money with these little tiny niche sites. And I remember like having this aha one day. I was like, I wonder if anyone in the world is looking for how to make potato guns. And so I started searching. I was following the little process they were teaching. And turns out that at the time, there were 18,000 people a month searching for information on how to make a potato gun. And I was like, I know how to make a potato gun. That's one skill I actually have. And so I got excited. We went and we got a little video camera we borrowed, went down to Home Depot, and me and my buddy filmed ourselves making a potato gun. And we made a whole DVD called How to Make a Potato Gun, and that was my first internet marketing product, which was kind of cool. And this was before anyone ever talked about sales funnels. They just talked about products. So I made a product, put it up there, and we started selling it, which was really fun. Now, a little while later, I started learning from all sorts of amazing people. And one of my best friends in the industry is a guy named Mike Filson. Anyone here ever heard of Mike? Okay, I hope so. This is kind of one of his events. So Mike introduced me to a concept called an OTO. Anyone heard of this before? A one-time offer. And so what happens is we would have a product we were selling, and someone would buy that, and then the next page would say, wait, I have a special offer. You can also buy this. And I thought, that is like the most genius thing I'd ever seen. So I started doing that on my products, and that became my very first actual sales funnel. Okay, somebody bought one thing, and then a smaller percentage of people bought the next thing. It was this funnel, right? That's what we call them, funnels. I got so excited. So I started getting excited by this concept of funnels. A couple years later, we came out with this funnel we started using called micro-continuity. Anyone here ever heard of that before? Okay, we had a whole training course we did teaching this type of a sales funnel, and it made us tons of money. We still have micro-continuity sites to this day that make me a ton of money. Tons of students have, but that was the type of sales funnel that we figured out and we shared with people, and it was cool. Then we started learning about automated webinars. Okay, who here knows what an automated webinar is? So one day, Mike called me on the phone. He said, hey, Russell, you got to see this thing I'm doing. He's like, I created this automated webinar. This is how it works. And he showed me this whole little funnel he had built. And I was like, that is the coolest thing I had ever seen. And at the time, our company, we had lots of ups and downs. At one time, I had 100 employees working for me, which was a really bad idea. Anyone here like super hyperactive entrepreneur? You guys and me, we should never have employees working for us. It's super bad. So I had 100 employees, made a whole bunch of bad mistakes. Everything kind of collapsed around me. And this is the time Mike started teaching about automated webinars. I was like, this is a cool funnel. I think I can do something with it. So I went home and I set up my very first automated webinar. We launched it, and within 90 days, we made $1 million with that. Saved our company and kind of put us back on the map. It was really, really cool. So automated webinars was another kind of sales funnel for me that was just huge. And a little while later, a guy named Dagan Smith and I kind of pioneered a concept called an invisible funnel. There's all these different types of funnels, right, that we use in our businesses. Okay, sales funnels, membership sites, automated webinar funnels. There's a whole bunch of funnels we use. And this is kind of some of the background of how I got started and started really studying and trying to figure out how to make funnels work and how to tweak them and test them and get them to just make us all more money. It got really fun. And some of you guys may know we actually published a book. If I can go back. I published a book earlier this year called 108 Proven Split Tests. Who here has ever seen this book? A couple of you guys. This is probably, who here that has it thinks it's awesome? I can't hear you? Okay, so this is literally 2 years of us split testing every single page of every single one of our funnels, and then we sat down and reported all of our split testing results. This page beat this beat this, and we have a whole entire book full of all of our split tests. And initially we were going to sell this for $1,000. I was like, this is good stuff. People are going to pay $1,000 for it. And then one night I woke up and I was like, what if we just gave it away for free instead? And then my whole team's like, no, we won't make any money if we give it away for free. I'm like, but it's so cool. I want everyone to have it. Like, you can't do that. You have to make money. I'm like, all right, well, we'll give it away for free. We'll just charge shipping and handling. And so we started doing that, and we've given away, I don't know, 9,000 or 10,000 copies of this book for free that go through all of our split testing results, just because we want to give back to the community and give people a chance to know what really, really works and what doesn't work. Okay? So if you guys don't have a copy of this book yet, we've got a couple of them on the back desk. I only brought, I think, 2 at the Clickfunnels booth back there. You can thumb through them, but if you want one for free, you just go to .com Secrets Labs. It's free. You pay like $7 or $8 shipping and handling. We mail it out to you. So that book is awesome, though. But we literally wrote the book on split tests because that's how obsessed we are with these funnels. Like, what works better, and what if I do this instead of this? And we got really excited, and that kind of came out of it. All right. Now, over the last 10 years of doing this, I've done a lot of things right, and I've done a lot of things wrong. And for example, I want to show you guys the hard way that we built this sales funnel. So this is a little picture back here on the wall in my office where I took all the pages of our sales funnel and I stuck them up on the wall because I wanted to be able to see them. I'm a visual person. Who here are kind of more visual learners? Most entrepreneurs are. Isn't that interesting? So I'm very visual. So I put up our whole sales funnel. I wanted to see it. And we started building the sales funnel. This is one I was telling you guys earlier. It's making us almost $18,000 a day right now. I want to show you the process I had to go through to get this created, the hard way. Okay? First thing we do is we had to design the funnel. Okay? That's me thinking about what goes first, and what goes second, and what's the process I'm going to take somebody through when they come to my website. So that was kind of my own time and effort. Then after I had that done, I had to write the copy for all the pages. Now, I'm not a super good copywriter, so I hired someone. I paid him $20,000 to write all the words that go on all those pages. Okay? Then we had to get a designer to take all these random words, because literally the copywriter sends us a Word file with a whole bunch of words, and like, okay, there you go. I'm like, all right, so I had to hire a designer, give him all these magic words, and he made them look really, really cool. Okay? It cost me another $3,000 for that. Then after the designer made it look pretty, he sends us these files that are just kind of like their images, and we had to get a web designer to go and slice those things up to make them turn into an actual website. Who here's been through this process before, at least once or twice? Kind of a pain in the butt, right? Okay, so this is, and it's not done yet, is it? So now you get it all sliced up online, you're like, this is awesome, let's send people to it. And they're like, well, you can't, because if you click on the button, nothing happens. Like, but I want money to come into my account. What's the next step here? And like, well, now you got to hire a programmer to go connect this whole thing. So you got a programmer for another $2,000 to connect the whole thing together. Now it works. Now someone comes, they click on a button. Now I can start making money. Then you got to get some analytics guy to set up to make sure all the split testing works. When all is said and done, for this funnel alone, it cost us $29,000. I had my accountant pull this before I came. I want to find out how much we actually spent to build this funnel. It cost me $29,000 to build this entire funnel. For those who have built a funnel, is that kind of a typical cost, do you think? Yeah. Okay. For a good funnel, it's got a typical cost. And the time it took us was somewhere between 6 and 8 weeks to execute this entire thing. Okay? Now, that's this funnel I was telling you about that's doing really, really well. Okay? Now, I'm going to show you guys the new way, the easier way, the way we do it today versus what we were doing 6 months ago, where I can literally build that entire funnel out in about 10 or 15 minutes. Who here wants to see me do that? Yeah, cool. All right. So, again, after 10 years, we've discovered the hard way, and I'm going to let you guys cheat and get this done the easy way. All right. So, during this presentation, I've got 3 things I'm going to share with you guys. The 3 big secrets. And I'm only going to share these with you guys if you really want to hear them. So if one of them sounds like, boring, just be like, don't tell me number 2. We don't want to know, okay? Okay, so you got to vote on them. So here's number 1. Secret number, I'm going to show you how to ethically steal over $1 million of funnel hacks from your competitors for under $100. Who here wants that one? All right, good. Okay, number 2. Who here? Secret number 2 is how to clone their proven funnel in less than 10 minutes. Who here wants that? All right, and then number 3, I'm going to show you how to get their exact same customers to buy your products without ever having to do a JV. Who here wants that one? Yes. Who here thinks doing a JV is a lot of work and you'd rather just steal their customers and have them buy your thing instead? Okay, all right, that's how I feel. We literally haven't really done a JV in like years because this is so much easier and I don't have to ask anybody. It's way better. So that's what you're going to learn today. If I deliver on that, you guys, then the time this presentation is done, we guess it felt like this has been an awesome 90 minutes? Yes. Cool. Okay, I'm excited. All right, so let's jump into secret number 1. So first thing is how to ethically steal over $1 million of funnel hacks from your competitors for under $100. All right, now in our company, we do a lot of high-end consulting for people. And what's interesting is that most people, when they come to me, they've got this awesome idea. They're like, Russell, I got this idea. This is what I want to do. And they come out, and it sounds so cool. And they give me this thing that's just like, wow, that's cool. Like, has anyone ever done this before? They're like, no, this is all, like, we made this up. No one's ever done it before. It's going to be awesome. Now, for me, guess what I hear when I hear that? I hear we're in big trouble. Okay, everyone wants to go and create this brand new thing from scratch, and that's not how we make money. Okay, 2 things. One of them, when I was working with Tony Robbins, one thing he told me that I believe 100% to be true, he said if you want to achieve success, all you need to do is find a way to model those who've already succeeded. Okay, who here believes that? Okay, so the first thing I always ask these guys, I'm like, that sounds awesome. So is anyone else doing that? And they're like, no. I'm like, well, what are the people that are making money in the market you want to be in? What are they doing right now? Like, well, these guys are making money like this, but I want to be different. I want to do this. Like, okay, well, that's a nice thought, but what I want to do, if I want to be successful, and if I want to be hyper successful, if I want to go from $0 to $18,000 a day quick, I can't do that by just guessing and trying to figure things out. Okay? That sales funnel we built took me years to testing and tweaking to get to the point where it's making 18 grand a day. It takes a long time. Or you can just shortcut that through the process I'm going to show you. Okay? So that's the first thing. Second thing is you can always tell who the pioneers are because they have arrows in their back and they're lying down, face down in the dirt. Who here has ever been a pioneer in the past? Okay, the arrows hurt, huh? I've done that before. I've always tried to pioneer things, and I learned really quickly that that's not a good idea. What I do, the reason why I'm very successful and why I've been able to get success fast over and over and over again is because I model what's already working. Okay, that's the key here, you guys. So this is what we do. First thing, if I'm going to model someone, I got to know this first piece right here. First thing is there's 2 types of competitors. Okay, there's my direct competitors, and then there's my indirect competitors. My direct competitors are selling the exact same thing that I am, right? So for my supplement, we have some direct competitors who have our exact same target market. They're selling the same people, pretty much the same product, pretty much everything's the same. They're a direct competitor. So I need to know who my direct competitors are. Second thing is I need to know who my indirect competitors are. These are people who are competing for money from my competitors. They're not selling the same product, but they're targeting the exact same person. We're on the same site. We're fighting over the same dollar. They're either going to spend money with him or with her, with me or them. Okay, and I'm competing with them. Their product might be completely different. Maybe mine's a supplement and theirs is an information product. Okay, but it's the same target market. So I need to know who are my indirect competitors as well. Okay, who here feels like they know who their direct competitors are? Who here has no idea who their direct competitors are? No one wants to admit that. A couple of you guys. Cool. Okay, that's the first key, guys. You've got to find out. If you can't find a direct competitor in a market, do not go into that market. Okay? Maybe in the future you can do that somewhere down the road, but if you cannot find someone doing exactly what you want to be doing, don't enter that market. I promise you guys, that alone will save you guys years of trial and error. Find someone that's already doing what you're doing before you go into a market. And second thing is you got to make sure there's other people selling to those guys as well. Okay, you need to have indirect competitors. If there's not indirect competitors, I'm not typically going to go into a market. Okay? All right, so that's step number 1. Or excuse me, that was the first part. Here's step number 1. So now that I know who my competitors are, I want to model their layout. Okay, so when I got into the market that our supplement is in a weird market. We help people with neuropathy. Who here knows what neuropathy is? Really? I still don't know what neuropathy is. My goal was to make $1 million with this product before I ever found out what neuropathy is. So some of you guys know more about it than me. I just knew that people were spending a lot of money on neuropathy stuff, and it sounded really, really cool. So I found a direct competitor. These guys right here, this is their site. And I knew they were doing really well with it. I said, man, that site is ugly. But they're doing really well with it. So my natural instinct as an entrepreneur and as an artist, I was like, you know what? I got to make something better. And so I started trying to go make something better. And I said, wait a minute. What would I tell myself? I would tell myself that my first goal is not to try to be creative. My first goal is to model what already works. Okay, so our first version of this page we came out with looked as close to theirs as we could. Now we tested a lot of different things and stuff. And notice I didn't copy them, right? This is that whole evil thing I talked about earlier. I'm not about copying. That's not the goal here. The goal is to model the layout, right? They had a long-form sales letter. It looked kind of like a doctor-y thing. We made it very, very similar. Okay, we tried to model the look and the feel of what their page looked like. That was the very first step in this process. Okay? So step one, model your competitor's layout. Now step number two is then I want to go and find what's the funnel that people are using. Okay? So with these guys, we went to our competitors here. Oops. We went to these competitors here and we bought their product. And they didn't have a funnel at all. They just had a product and that was it. I was like, okay, well they're doing well, but there's got to be someone else in this market that's more sophisticated. I want to find the sophisticated person in the market. So we started looking, and I found an indirect competitor. So they weren't selling a neuropathy product, they were selling a different supplement that was my exact same target market. So I found an indirect competitor. I said, I want to see what they're doing now. So I started looking, and I found their funnel. This is what their funnel looked like. Okay, it started with a VSL, a video sales letter page. Then after that, they took them to an order form. Then after the order form, they upsold them 6 more bottles of the exact same supplement. I was like, these guys are morons. Why would you sell more things to the guy who, but that's what they were doing. I'm like, all right. Then they had an upsell for another product, and then another upsell, and this was their funnel. And so I put down $100, and I bought the product, and I wanted to see what it was. So I bought the product, and I took screenshots of every single page as I was buying it. And if they had a video, I would strip the video out, and I would get it transcribed so I could hear the words. I wanted to model this as close as possible, because what I found out is these guys are doing somewhere between $2 and $3 million a month with this product. So they probably know 1 or 2 or 3 things, right? These guys have probably done millions of dollars worth of split testing and trial and error, trying to figure out what's going to work. Now I come along, and instead of me trying to just figure this thing out from scratch, I can just leverage what they've just done. They've done a ton of work. Okay? Now I could have just called the guy up and said, hey, will you show me a sales funnel? But he probably would have said no. So instead, I invested $100 out of my pocket, and I bought his product. Who here has bought their competitors' products? Who here has bought every one of their competitors' products? Okay? I buy everyone's products, guys, in all my markets. I want to know exactly what everyone's doing. I don't want to ever step into a market unless I know exactly what price point they're selling on the front end. I want to know the price points of their upsells, their downsells, every single thing. I need to know exactly what it is because I want to model everything. I don't want to just model like the layout. I want to model the pricing strategy. Okay? Because most guys like me who are obsessive, we test that stuff. We're not just guessing. We're testing 50,000 price points, then boom, here's the winner. You can just come along and be like, oh, cool, there's the winner. I'm just going to do that with mine. Okay, it becomes a lot easier, right? And so that's what we do. We start just modeling theirs. And so if you look at our sales funnel, guess what it looks like? There's theirs. Check out ours. There's my video sales letter. Notice I didn't copy it. We have our own video. It's not their video, but different format, right? And price points. There's our order form. There's our upsell number 1, which was 6 bottles. There's upsell number 2, upsell number 3. And suddenly we had a funnel that was very, very similar looking to theirs. Okay, and then we started driving traffic to it and started seeing what was going to happen. And it was cool because people started buying it, started converting really, really well. And I literally saved, I don't know, probably 6-8 months worth of headache and trial and error. And in my case, it would have been hundreds of thousands of dollars I saved by spending $100 to invest to look at my competitors' funnels. Okay, sometimes you buy it 2 or 3 times, because sometimes if you say yes to this, it'll take you on a different tree than if you say no. So I buy it 3 or 4 times just to kind of see it. But I like seeing what the funnels are ahead of time. Okay? I never step into a market unless I know exactly what's working. Who here knows who Agora Publishing is? About half of you guys. So Agora is probably the biggest information publishers in the world. Their company does close to $1 billion a year in sales. And I was listening to an interview with a guy named Porter Stansberry, who runs used to run one of the biggest division at Agora, Stansberry Research. And they had a newsletter, and he said something really, really interesting. He said that every year a bunch of people pop up in the financial newsletter industry, right? They all come in, they see what Agora's doing. They're charging $50 for a yearly newsletter, and like, hey, I got a way to make this better. I'm going to do a $100 newsletter. I'm going to do this. And they try all these different things. And he said, guess what happens to all those guys? He's like, they lose. He's like, we've been testing this stuff for 10, 15, 20 years. He's like, why would you ever go with any other pricing point besides the one that we have proven? It works. We've got millions of customers to prove it. Why do people try to beat it? Okay? So if you guys, I want you to start thinking this way. I want you to start thinking more of like, what are my competitors, what are the people who are making a ton of money in my market already doing? I need to look at that. I need to model the layout, the flow, the price points, everything, because that is what already works. Okay? You got to sell what people are buying. All right? Now, where's Jamal at? Will you stand up real quick? Do we have a mic runner or a mic over here? So real quick backstory. I had a chance to go out and spend a little while with these guys in their company, and they were about to launch a new supplement. And they're like, hey, look at our funnel. What should we do? And I was like, just copy mine. It works really, really good. So I'd love for you to kind of talk about what happened when you guys did your funnel and then some of the results that have happened since then.
Yeah, I'd like to reemphasize his point about just cloning and copying and modeling what works. So we are a digital product company. We have information products, coaching products, and we were doing about $1 million a year. And I manage all the sales funnels and sales optimization. And we were going to come out with a physical product line. And we're like, who's done this before? Who's been really successful? We reached out to Russell. He helped us model exactly NeuroCell. Actually, it's funny because I'm looking at what you modeled, and I had the exact same reaction. The first upsell that we have in place is more of the same thing that they just bought. And we were like, well, that doesn't make any sense. So we sold them a bottle of our new product called Organifi. Our first one-time offer was 3 more bottles after they already bought that. And the take rate was like 20 or 30%. Then we thought, Russell actually mentioned, we should implement subscription on everything. So we had 3 options. We modeled exactly Russell's first sales page. 1 bottle, 3 bottles, 4 bottles, modeled his pricing, $47, $129, $149, exactly the same. Sorry for stealing everything, but it works.
I love it. It's still away.
Yeah. So even after purchasing the first product and the second, 3 more bottles, we would follow up with another campaign for 12 more bottles, and they would purchase that as well. So I mean, this concept of reordering the same product didn't really come to us until we actually looked at his exact same funnel. And then once we implemented all the pieces, the third upsell, which was another continuity program, and then an exit pop that leads to Amazon, in actually like a week, which is crazy, we matched his results. We're doing, am I allowed to say the numbers? Or? Yeah.
I hope so. I want to hear them.
Yeah.
Who wants to hear his numbers?
Yeah.
I want to hear his numbers. Let's hear them.
So the first day that we opened up the gates, we did 12,000 in sales. The second day we did 34,000. The third day we did 36,000. And that was just opening the gates. And every single day after that, we've done around 15 to 20,000 because of the way that the funnels are structured. So it's kind of crazy to see that you can extract so much customer value. If we didn't copy his funnel, we would have probably been selling one bottle at a time. Whereas now we're selling up to 16 bottles at a time. And it's continuity, yeah. So we have, in the first 10 days, we have 1,000 subscribers on continuity, so, at $47 a month. And then Russell said, you should have subscribers on the 3 and the 4 bottles. So now we have people subscribing for 3 bottles a month and 4 bottles a month, exactly how the NeuroCell funnel is built out. So it's just been amazing. Oh, and one more thing, the exit pop to Amazon. So that was a really cool little thing that he implemented, which is if they exit pop because they don't trust our site, Amazon's really trustworthy. So we exit pop out to Amazon where it costs 50% more, and people were still buying it. We actually sold out, yeah. We actually sold out, and we had to close Amazon down because people were coming off of our site because the exit pop was driving so much traffic to Amazon. We had to stop Amazon because we were already out of stock. So it was awesome. I mean, and now we sold out in the first 3 days, and we're doing pre-orders right now. So it's really exciting, and we owe a lot to Russell. I mean, he came out, he helped us with our funnels, he broke down everything we were doing wrong, everything we were doing right, and showed us exactly what they did, and we just copied it, and it works. So
that's awesome. Give him a round of applause.
So thank you,
awesome.
Russell. Yeah.
Literally, guys, I can't tell how many conversations I have with people like, I've been trying this internet thing for 5 years, and I can't make it work. I'm like, what are you doing? Well, they tried all sorts of things. I'm like, well, who in your market is successful? That guy. What's he prices at? This. Why are you pricing yours this? I don't know. I thought it'd be better. He's already proven it works. Just do it. So hey, that's kind of big aha. Now, a lot of people, as entrepreneurs, we want to be creative though, right? We want to figure things out. So after you've got something that's working, and you've got the process, and you model it, and it's working consistently, now you can come back and you start having fun and start being creative and start figuring out how to beat it. So what we did next is then we had, this was our video sales letter that was killing it for us. And we said, now how can we beat that? This is our own control now. Now let's come back and just figure out how we can do it, what we can do better. And we tried a bunch of things. And eventually, this page for us is a super long form sales letter. And it's currently our control that's winning. And that's where we kind of get to the spot where you can be creative and try things out. But before that, it all comes down to find out what's already successful and then model it. Okay? Who here from that idea right there has a couple of people's products they're going to be buying tonight? So you can see what they're doing, right? Okay? Yeah, please buy. You should be investing in everything I ever put out just because of that. No, just joking. Cool. So that's step number 1, you guys, is you've got to model what's already working. Okay. Now again, my total investment for all of All this information was $100 to buy my competitor's product. Who here thinks that's worth it? Okay. One thing that I learned early in my career is I can learn a whole bunch from people by buying their courses and listening to what they're saying, but I learn a lot more by watching what they're doing. Okay? For the last 10 years or so, every time I buy a product, I record myself buying because I want to see the process. The process is where the money's at. That funnel, that's where the money's at. Okay? I know yesterday, I wasn't here unfortunately, but Mike and Andy were talking about their webinar jam funnel. Who here got some ideas from just watching their funnel process, what they did to sell that? Okay? So look at that when you're buying something, slow down and don't get so into the heat of buying the thing as much as, what are they doing? Why are they doing it? Why is this upsell here? Why did they price it at that? And start using that as data because that's the most valuable $100 you will ever spend. Okay, I literally a couple times a week I just buy stuff with I don't even want the thing. I just want to see what's happening. Most of the times I don't even download it or even get it. I just want to see how it's working. Okay? All right, so that's secret number 1. Secret number 2 is how to clone their proven funnel in less than 10 minutes. Okay? So now you got their funnel. I know what it looks like. Now you got to figure out how to clone it. Right? So I'm going to go through a process with you guys because this is kind of fun. This is, who here has a whiteboard in their office? Okay, all the entrepreneurs, we all live by this, right? So I've got tons of whiteboards in my offices, and this is my process. After I have an idea and I see somebody's funnel, then I start kind of mapping it out. So I want to take you guys on a journey with me because this is a funnel I want to build with you guys right now. So this week I bought a product. I'm not going to tell you guys who it is because it's somebody in my market you'd probably be familiar with. But he had a really cool landing page. Then he had a $7 product and then a $37 upsell. And I was like, it was really cool. And I saw him buying a lot of media on Facebook. So I'm like, it's probably working. Okay, so I looked at that funnel. And I sat down. And I said, okay, so this is what his funnel looks like. First page is a landing page. On the landing page, it was advertising a free case study. And there was like a button here. Then the next page, he had more of a long form sales letter. At the end of it, he was selling a $7 report. Then the next page over here, he had a one-time offer for $37, which then went over here into members area where we got all this stuff. Okay, pretty simple funnel. Obviously, there's way more complex funnels, but this one, for what I want to do today, I want to make it kind of simple so you guys can see the process. And so on my flight over here this morning, I boarded my airplane this morning at 5 o'clock a.m. Boise time, which is 4 o'clock your guys' time. So you were sound asleep. I was in the airplane, and I got excited because I started thinking, like, I don't just want to talk about this stuff. I want to do this with you guys. I want to experience this. So I started thinking, like, what could I sell in here? And so on my flight from Boise to San Diego, I created a new course called Funnelology. Is that a cool name? Called Funnelology. And I was like, so what could we do? Like, what should we make it? And I was like, well, we could do a free case study. It's going to kind of go through a funnel we've done. Then we created a $7 product. And I kind of mapped this thing out. And I actually sat down in the airplane. I got so excited. I wrote the entire sales letter for this whole thing while we were doing it. And so what I'm going to do right now is I'm actually going to show you guys. We're going to build this live. Who wants to see us build this funnel live right now? Okay. Awesome. So what I'm going to do is we're going to pull off the PowerPoints and we're going to move over to a screen over there. Have all you guys had a chance to go out and see the Clickfunnels booth in the back over here? Yeah. So Clickfunnels is a new software company that I launched with my partners Todd Dickerson and Dylan Jones, who are both back there in the booth as well. And this is after us spending 10 years building out sales funnels, the long manual hard way. We wanted a simple way to do it. So we built a software called Clickfunnels. And if you haven't had a chance to go by the booth, please go by it and you kind of see what it is. But it's software that builds entire sales funnels very, very quickly, very easily. And that's what we're going to kind of go through. So we're going to build this funnel out in Clickfunnels. Dylan's over there on the computer. He's going to kind of build it while I walk you guys through it. So this is the first thing to come inside Clickfunnels. Now inside Clickfunnels, what's cool is that we're not like a typical landing page software. We do a lot of stuff. So you can have opt-in funnels. You can have sales funnels like this. You can do webinar funnels. You can do automated webinar funnels. You can do membership sites. You can do product launch funnels. Or if you got a crazy idea, you can do a custom funnel and build anything you can dream of. Okay? So for this case today, we're going to do a sales funnel because that's what this is, a sales funnel, right? All right, so he's going to name the funnel. And so he's going to build this Funnelology funnel. Now, while we're building, so I want you guys to get excited by this because he's going to build the pages out right now. You're going to have a chance to see this. But I'm going to finish out the content over this weekend. And on Monday, I'm going to give all of you guys this sales funnel as your own. And you can sell it. You can drive people through it, keep 100% of the money. It's all 100% yours. Is that cool? Okay, so it's going to be fun. Okay, so the first step, okay, go back up real quick, Dylan. So we created a sales funnel. So here on the left-hand side, now you see all the pages in this funnel. You have your squeeze page, your sales page, your order form, order confirmation, thank you page. Okay, so that's these pages right here. Boom, 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 boom. We're all instantly created. Okay, and you can add stuff. We'll show you in a second how you can add things to it. But you have all the pages first. Now you can come and pick the template for each page. So this is a bunch of the squeeze page templates. So he's going to pick one right there. It's going to have a little, it's probably going to be, the internet's actually pretty good for hotel internet. So it creates the page. Now on this thing, you guys, we're not going to go into a lot of detail because we don't have time right now, but you'll be able to set up split tests in like 3 seconds. I can go and create 20, 30 split tests in about 50 seconds there. Really easy. So this is the editor. So this is one of the page templates. Now Dylan's going to build out my free case study page. So I want you guys to just kind of watch this because it's a really fun process. So we just added an image there. And while he's doing this, some of the things that we wanted to do when we designed this is we didn't want to create pages that were static. You just kind of, you were stuck. You had a template and you can edit the words, but you're stuck, right? We wanted the ability to be able to create anything you could dream of. To be able to make headlines and move them if you want, and add things, and just be able to literally create anything you can dream of. So there's the headline for you guys' new funnel. I wrote that on the airplane today. I'm really proud of it. How we took one dead funnel, made a few simple tweaks, and turned into a $500,000 per month powerhouse almost overnight. That's a good headline, right? All right. I'm not a copywriter, but every once in a while I'm like, yes, I nailed it. Dylan designed a logo this morning after I told him about the idea. So there's our funnelology logo. And boom, there is our landing page. You click on the button, it pops up there. Okay, how long did that take him to make page 1 in our sales funnel? 2 minutes? All right, give Dylan a round of applause. Is that awesome? Now, real quick, Dylan, can you show, like, let's say they create this page and, like, that button sucks. I want it on the other side. You're going to show them how easy it is to move the button? Oops, he just jumped out of it. I just want to show you guys how easy it is to move things around, because that's when I first saw it, and when we started moving things around, I was like, oh, this is like, I can do things. Anyone here have, like, a website designer who designs stuff, and you need to change, and you're like, hey, man, can you change the button and move it over there? And you're like, no, over there. No, man, no. And you're, like, ready to kill yourself after, like, 20 minutes of this, right? Who's ever been through that process? Okay? That's why it gets me excited. I don't know how to design a website, but I can log into here now, and I'm like, I want this button on the other side, and I can drag it, and boom, pops on the other side. Well, let's say I want a countdown clock. Can you throw a countdown clock underneath you click on the button right here. There's a bunch of different elements. Let's say you want a countdown clock. You add that. There's a countdown clock. You can make it big. You can do all sorts of cool stuff. Anyway, it takes about 20 minutes to learn how to use this editor, and after you've done that, you're basically can become your very own webmaster. I took my old webmaster, the guy who built out our supplement funnel. It took him 6 weeks to do it. We gave him this. In about 15 minutes, he messaged me back. He said, I will never use Photoshop again. He can do everything he could do inside of Photoshop here, faster, better, easier. And then when it's done, I click a button, and boom, I can set up all my split tests that fast. It literally took us from 6 to 8 weeks to build a funnel to now we're building a funnel every single day. And usually most of that's just us goofing around, and then we spend a few minutes actually building the funnel. So that's number 1, squeeze page. Number 2 now, he's going to build out the actual sales letter page. So you can do video sales letter, you can do long form sales letters, anything you can kind of dream of, you can build inside of Clickfunnels, which is cool. So there is the actual sales letter page. Who here likes it? Is this fun to watch? This is cool, huh? Okay, so here's the thing. And this is my favorite things. We do a lot of long-form sales letters because sales letters really convert well, and they're starting to convert even better. But there's no other tool out there that I could create a really good long-form sales letter. So this is the copy I wrote today. Dylan kind of plugged it in earlier. This copy is going to be your guys'. I just wrote you a sales letter for free. Isn't that awesome? So the long-form sales letter, and then at the bottom, the course is going to be called Funnelology 101, and it's going to be $7 product right there. So this will be Funnelology 101. 101. All right. And there you go, sales letter's done. Now this would obviously take a little longer. I have to copy and paste my copy in, but for the most part, it's pretty fast, right? All right, so there's sales page. Next is the order form. This is what really sets us apart. There's no other product in the market right now or in the world where you can actually have your own order forms created. So who here uses Infusionsoft? Awesome, we integrate with Infusionsoft. So you just plug in your API, you click a button, and it pulls all your products, and you can use our order forms, which are cool because our order forms you can design to look however you want. You know how ugly the Infusionsoft order forms look? Yeah, what was that? You guys, I hear some pain. Yeah, so you just click a button and boom, you can have this order form, and you can design it to do anything you want. It's really cool. Who here uses Stripe? Okay, Stripe integrates as well, and we're trying to go back through and integrate most of the major companies as well. We should have Entrepreneur integrated within the next week or so, and we're, again, working on every other major system out there. Now, one thing that, unless you guys test a ton of stuff, what you'll find out is like the biggest spot that you can increase your conversions for most people's sales funnel is your order form. But the problem is, like, typically, Infusionsoft gives you a crappy order form and you're kind of stuck, right? Or your tech guys kind of tweak it and you're stuck. What's nice about this is you have the complete control over your order form. Like literally Dylan can go out here and he can move, like if he wants the credit card thing on top, he can move it on above. He can do things all over. If he wants to add like an upsell on the order form, which this is a strategy I wish I could share with you guys, I wish we had more time right now. It's called an order form bump. He can click on there and boom, you can add a second product right there. Someone could be buying the product, click on that and adds 2 products to their cart. There's a whole bunch of things you can do, customize this order form however you want, adding multiple products on it, adding payment options. But literally, whatever you want to do, you can go and you can edit that easy inside the order form. Is that awesome? Cool. So now the order form is built. I should guess is right inside of here. Order form. All right, now we got to create our upsell page. For the upsell page, we're going to do a video sales letter. I haven't created a video yet. I'll probably create that video on Monday, and I'll plug it in for you guys so you'll have the video of me pitching the $37 product. We're going to call the $37 product Funnelology 102. And boom, he's probably not going to edit that one because we don't have too much time. But there's a bunch of upsell, one-time offer templates. And it's kind of fun. Now, the other cool thing, you guys, is that the templates we're putting in here, as you know, we're obsessive, compulsive split testers, as you can tell from us writing a book about it. So the templates we put in here typically are templates we've tested a lot in the past and we know are going to work. So you can come back and just tweak things if you want or just use them as is. So what we'll do is we'll pull our video in there, the sales copy is already there, and boom, the upsell is ready to rock and roll. All right, now the last thing I want to show you guys is because after someone buys this, like, how do they get access to what we just sold them, right? That's always the thing, is like, where did I take them to a download page, or where do we take them? So what we're going to do right now is we're going to create a membership site that's going to give them access. And what we're going to do is we're going to have one membership site, and there'll be one part right here. If they buy the $7 thing, we'll unlock this. So they can download the $7 thing. If they bought the $37 thing, we'll unlock everything so they can get access to the entire course inside the members area. Is that cool? Okay, so this is how it works. You pick a membership template. There's a bunch of them. Then right here, what you're going to do first is you build out your content, right? So he's going to create a lesson section. So lesson section number 1, we'll call this Funnelology 101, because that's the first thing they're going to buy right here. And then he'll create the second section, which would be so it'll be Funnelology 102. So now he's got both of these sections in the members area. Okay, now for a lot of you guys, you probably have 6-week courses or 8-week courses. So you would create a section for each week, right? So module 1 is this, module 2 is this, whatever it is. For this funnel, we just have two modules, okay? Now after you've created the sections, then you come in here and you create lessons for each section. So you'll create a lesson here. We'll call it Funnelology 101. We name it some cool ninja name. We'll call it the $500,000 a month blueprint. And boom, lesson number 1 is created. So now, actually, Dylan, we go add in one more lesson before you show the editor. So what I do is I go and I create, like, okay, if module number 1 is this, what's my first lesson? What's my second lesson? I just go and create those really, really quick and easy. And then Clickfunnels will build it out, and you'll be able to see, like, there's my course, there's my whole curriculum in there, right? So there you got 2 lessons. You can go and create them really easy. You can add more and those type of things. Now after I got the lessons created, now I got to go add the content in each lesson. So you click on the little editor button. It pops open the content area of the membership site, and then you can do whatever you want inside of there. Just like the actual Clickfunnels editor, I can add videos, I can change the headlines, I can put resource boxes, I can add Facebook comments, I can put more videos, whatever I want to put in there, I can use this editor to go and edit out and have the content created super easy. Is that pretty easy, you guys? Yeah. All right. So how long have we spent so far kind of creating these 4 pages in a membership site? 10 minutes maybe? Awesome. Now obviously it'll be a little more time because I got to go in and I got to plug in the copy here. I got to plug in the autoresponder here, my shopping cart here, my video here, and then my video here. That's probably going to take me another 10, 15 minutes when I get back home. The longest part, will be just creating the actual videos. But that's it, you guys. That's how we build sales funnels today. Is that a lot better than the old-fashioned way? Yeah. All right. Cool. Thank you very much. Give Dylan a round of applause, you guys. Cool. So that's just kind of a really quick glimpse of what ClickFunnels can do for you guys. Can you flip back on my PowerPoints now? And like I said, ClickFunnels can create automated webinars. We can do all the email sequencing, so if somebody shows up to your webinar, send them this email sequence. If they leave early, send them this email sequence, a whole bunch of cool stuff. Pretty much every feature that any of our competitors has or has ever dreamed of, we have in here already. Plus, we can do sales funnels and order forms and everything else. We've literally spent over a year building this and hundreds of thousands of dollars. And the reality is, you guys, I didn't build this to sell it. I built it for me. My partners, Dylan and Todd, are some of the most amazing people I've ever had a chance to meet. And we built this as a tool for our own company so we could speed up the process of what we're doing. And I honestly am just honored to have a chance to bring it to the world, to let you guys all experience it. I've told people over and over and over again, if I never sold a single copy of ClickFunnels and I just used it for my own business, it would make me tens of millions of dollars. And I'm just excited to be able to share this with you guys. And so ClickFunnels is my passion, and it's awesome. All right. Excuse me. So again, the process I go through, guys, I look at a funnel, I model it, I then map it out right here, I draw it out, and then I go and I build inside ClickFunnels, okay? So here thinks ClickFunnels is wicked awesome. All right. Cool. All right. And then who here wants this funnel? So this is the game plan, guys. At the end of this presentation, I'm going to give you a URL. Write that down. It won't be live until Monday when I get back to Boise. On Monday, if you go to that page, what will happen is there will be a link, and you're going to go on that link, and you'll click on a button, and automatically that entire funnel will instantly magically appear inside of your ClickFunnels account. Then you can log in and just change out your payment information here and here, plug in your autoresponder here, and boom, that funnel is yours. You can do whatever you want with it. You can drive traffic, make money, keep 100% of it. Is that awesome? Okay, that's one of the cool features inside of ClickFunnels. Anytime you guys create a funnel, you can share it with people, and they click a button, and boom, it automatically appears inside of their account, which is really fun. Okay? All right. You guys ready for secret number 3? Yeah. All right, secret number 3. This one gets me excited. As soon as I kind of, as soon as I understood this and how this process worked, it really made this whole internet marketing game a lot easier for me. One of the biggest problems I think most people have is they have an idea, right? And they're excited, and so they go and they create something. They put their heart and their soul behind it. They write their copy, and they they do all this stuff, and they get it up there, and nobody comes to their site. Who here is stuck at that part in your business right now? The traffic part, right? Okay, I can't tell you how many entrepreneurs I know that have amazing stuff that just it sits there because they never get past the traffic part. And so I want to show you guys a secret I learned about a year and a half ago that just changed everything for me. It gave me the ability where if I do this process the way I kind of showed you guys, remodel it first, then you clone it and build your own version, where you can come back and within seconds, you can turn the traffic on. From that funnel you just cloned, you can get the exact same traffic now coming over to your website. Okay, it's really, really cool. So this is kind of how it works. The first step is that same funnel that I'm kind of modeling, or any of my competitors or my direct competitors, I want to find out where they're getting their traffic. If I know where their traffic's coming from, then it becomes really easy to go and get that same traffic, right? So there's a bunch of tools that do this. One of the ones that we use, this is a free one. There's paid ones as well, but this one's free, is you go to similarweb.com. Okay, when you go to that page, again, this won't cost you anything. A little thing like this will pop up, and you type in a website. So for this example, excuse me, I just typed in Neuracell.com. So that's the name of my supplement. So I'm going to do some research on where I'm getting my traffic. So I type that in, and I click submit. Anyone here ever used similarweb.com before? Any of you guys? A couple of you guys? Okay. So I type that in. Next thing that pops up is a whole bunch of information about those guys' website. And I don't know how they get all this information, but it's pretty crazy. There's tons of stuff. So I can see, right here, I can see their rank, how much traffic they're getting. I can see how many monthly visitors are getting their website. I can see all sorts of stuff. Okay, so you see, for us, Neuracell, in July, we peaked out. We were getting over 300,000 visitors in July. August, we jumped down to about 250,000. September, I took this picture in September, so that's why it's probably not all the way done. Anyway, so you kind of see like our traffic trends, right? I can see how much time somebody spent on the site. So my average person spends 1:13 on the site. I can see that the average page views is 1.3. The bounce rate, I can see a whole bunch of stuff, right? I can also see some traffic sources. I can see that a lot of the traffic comes to sites direct. That means they went to their browser and typed in Neuracell.com. A lot of it came from referrals. Now, referral means another site referred them. Okay, so they're on somebody else's site, they clicked on something, and they came to me. 18.9% is coming from search engines. 2.75% is coming from social. 3.45 is coming from mail, and 1.8 is coming from display. So I kind of get an idea of where the different traffic sources are coming from, right? Now on the left-hand side, there's a whole bunch of little buttons I can click on to give me tons and tons of data, and all of them are cool, and you guys will have so much fun kind of looking at your competitors and seeing what they're doing through this process. I'm not going to show you all of them, I'm going to show you a couple of them, okay? One of my favorite ones is referring sites. This is going to show me all of the sites, or a bunch of the sites, that people are coming to my website from. These are people that I'm advertising on, okay? Now, this gives me the top 10. You can dig deeper and see a whole bunch more, but you can see exactly what websites I'm buying my traffic on. Okay, if you had a supplement similar to mine, you know what websites I was buying traffic on, who here would like to know that information? Okay, pretty exciting, right? It's really, really cool. In fact, that's what we did when we launched this site. We launched ours. I went to my competitors, plugged them in here, and I found probably 150, 200 sites that they're already advertising on successfully. And what's cool is as you dig deeper into these tools, you can see how long they've been advertising on, you can see what ads they've been running, how long each ad ran. So I can come and say, hey, this banner ad's been running for 6 months on these 3 sites. You know, if that's been happening, I know one of 2 things. One, my competitor's a moron and they keep losing tons of money on one site. Or I'm going to assume they're pretty smart and they've been running the same banner ad on the exact same site for 6 months. It must be working, right? So if I know that, I know exactly where they're at, right? So that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to start digging deeper and find out exactly what websites they're advertising on. Next button I'm clicking on is display. Okay, we do a lot of display advertising. Display is like banner ads. So I want to find out, again, what sites am I buying banner ads on? It's going to give me all that information. All of a sudden, I'm like, man, I know exactly the footprint of all of my competitors, what sites all their traffic's coming from. Okay, I remember when I first learned this, I have a friend who's a big time media buyer. He currently makes over $1 million a month buying media for a whole bunch of different people. And I always thought he was like a magician. I'm like, this guy is a genius. He makes $1 million a month buying ads. And I could never figure out how he did it. But I knew 2 or 3 of his websites. And we had a website in a similar market to him. And I was just like, I want to hire him to do it, but he's my competitor. He's not going to do it. Like, I wish I could figure this out. And one day I learned this stuff. I thought, wait a minute. I know 2 or 3 of his websites. I wonder where he's buying ads on. So I plugged it into this tool and a couple other tools. And suddenly, within minutes, I had a list of every single site he was buying ads on. I saw what his ads looked like, saw how long they were running for, I saw everything. And suddenly I realized, like, he was smart, but he wasn't that smart. And I could log in, and guess what we did? We went to the exact same spots. We put our ads next to his, and boom, all of a sudden our site started blowing up. Very, very quick and easy, okay? All right, you guys getting this? Yeah. Is it making sense? Okay, now one cool thing on the display one, see this little button here that says show the ads? This is one of the keys, you guys, because again, as marketers, you're going to be creative and be like, I'm going to make my own ads. I have my own ideas for an ad. Don't be creative yet, okay? Model what's currently working. Okay, this is going to show me all the ads that these guys are currently running, all their banner ads, okay? Exactly what they're saying, what they look like, what the headlines are, what images are working. I can see everything. So you click on that button right there, boom, pops up a whole bunch of ads. If you scroll down through here, you're going to see every single one of the ads that I run right now. All the ads that I'm using right now to make 18 grand a day are all right here. Imagine how pissed I was the first time I went here. I was like, dang, those are my ads. Like, don't show anybody. They're all here. I don't know how they get them. I have no idea, but they're all here. Okay? Now, if I had a nerve pain product like I do, I would come in and be like, wow, weird formula kills nerve pain. Rare formula cures nerve pain. Rare formula kills nerve pain. I bet you that headline works really, really good. Maybe I should use the headline on my landing page and on my banner ad. Look at these images, okay? Now, I'm going to look at this and try to get as close to what they're doing as possible. Okay? We talked about this a lot, you guys. It's all about modeling, right? Modeling what's already working, what's already successful. Okay? Now, after I've done this process with you guys, I know 2 things. First off, I know where they're advertising. And second off, I know exactly what they're saying. Okay? These are keys, you guys. I hope you're picking up what I'm laying down. If you know where they're advertising, what they're saying, you don't have to go and be creative. You don't have to become a genius. You just have to say something similar. Okay, you know what these guys are responding to. I know that this kind of person is going to click on this ad every single day. They've been proving it for 6 months. I'm going to make something very, very similar, right? So do that. And then, guys, comes back to what I talked about earlier, modeling what works. Okay, model the message, model the design, model the sizes. Now, what I do, after I find that my competitors' banner ads, I know what they look like, I go to $20banners.com. And for $20, I get a banner ad that looks very, very similar. I usually tell them I want a headline. This is their headline. I want mine to look a little bit different. This is their image. I want to use some image like this. And I kind of make it very, very similar. And boom, really quick it happens. So there's the banner ads. They go $20 banners, and I have them make one for me. Okay? You can see I do this. There's a whole bunch of my banner ads I've been buying. I buy them all the time. Okay, it's super easy. $20, you get a banner ad done. All right. And then after I got the banner ad done, all I do is I go back to the exact same websites they're buying on, and I plug my banner ad in as well. Okay? That makes sense, you guys? Who here is excited by that concept? All right, good. Good. Okay, now a couple things that I want to preface, because I wasted about a year trying to figure this part out, and I want to save you guys a year worth of time. Is that all right? So who here has ever heard about ad networks in the past? Who here has gotten excited by ad networks? Who here has been confused by ad networks? Okay, don't go to ad networks. Okay, ad networks are for people who are ninjas. Okay, I cannot figure out how to use ad networks. This is what an ad network is. Basically, these guys go out there and they find a million websites and they buy all the remnant space on the sites, right? They buy all the banner ad spots. And you come into this network and you go and you say, hey, I'm going to spend $10,000, put my ads out there, and we'll see what works. Okay. Now this is the problem. In theory, it's awesome. Because you're like, man, I could get 1 billion impressions a day, which you could. Okay. The first time I used an ad network, I lost $20,000 in less than 24 hours. Okay. And guess how much money we made back from that? Almost nothing. Okay. Because they take this banner ad and they have this inventory that's everywhere, and they start pounding out through everything. And they're like, okay, we'll throw everywhere. Let me know what sites you want to turn off. And I'm like, okay, well, you have 1.3 billion pages it's on. Let's take that one down, and I guess that one. Okay, your money disappears really, really quick. Okay, but for whatever reason, tons of people out there teaching like go into ad networks and start buying ads on different sites. Okay, it is so hard. Like literally, you have to have so much analytics and data and people to be able to make that work. So don't even try to get ad networks. It's confusing. All you do is go directly to the websites. That's all we do right now. I found out, hey, they're on this side right here. I go to that website. Usually at the bottom on the website, there's a way I can contact somebody. I contact them, I'm like, hey guys, I see this dude's on your site. I want to be on your site. What's it going to cost? And we start negotiating. Okay, I'm like the least technical person in the world. Literally, you can ask Dylan and Todd who built Clickfunnels. They always make fun of me. They're like, we built Clickfunnels so Russell quit bugging us about making us do all the websites. Because I'm not techie, right? And this is why this strategy is so good. I don't have to be able to sit down there and figure out numbers and all these metrics and all this stuff that you have to do with a traditional ad network. I just called the dude up. I'm like, hey, this guy's on your site. How much does it cost? $300 a month. Okay, how about I do like $100, and if it works, we'll just keep running it forever. He's like, all right, we'll try it out, and boom, I'm on the site. And I can run. I spend $100, see what happens. Like, oh, I made $150. Let's keep running that till it stops working. Okay, and I let it keep running. And I go to the next site, and we just start doing that. And it's super easy, not technical at all. And all I'm doing is finding out where they're at, and boom, putting my ads right in front of the traffic. All right. Okay, so again, you guys, here's the 3 secrets what we covered today. First, secret number 1 is how to ethically steal over $1 million of funnel hacks from your competitors for under $100. Who here remembers that secret? Okay, who here is going to do that tonight? Good. Okay, that's step number 1. Secret number 2 is you got to learn how to clone their proven funnels in less than 10 minutes. You guys, what I would recommend doing is becoming a master of Clickfunnels. Either you or someone on your team, but it's not that hard. We built it for people like me. So if I can figure out how to do it and how to make something, I promise you can as well. If not, you can find someone on your team to train them. It's a very easy process. But after you learn how to do it, you will literally shave 6 to 8 weeks. That typically would take us, a team who's been building funnels forever. That's what it took us to build a typical funnel, 6 to 8 weeks. Now we can do it in less than a day because of Clickfunnels. It's something you guys need to become masters at. Okay? We keep telling everyone that to be successful online, there's 2 tools you have to be successful. 1 is your email autoresponder, and 2 is Clickfunnels. Like that's how necessary this is as a tool. Okay? And I'm not just saying that because we created it. I'm saying it because it's the truth. All right? Now, secret number 3 is how to get their same customers to buy your products without ever doing a JV. We find out where they're at, what they're using to advertise, and we go and place ourselves right out in front of them. Does that make sense? Awesome. Cool. Okay, so since you guys stayed to the end, what I'm going to do is if you write this link down right here, instantfunnelhacks.com/funnelology. Again, this page is not live right now, so don't go there right now. But probably by Monday afternoon, I got to get back home, hang out with my kids and stuff for a little bit. I will finish out the videos and the training, and this thing will be live. Like I said, you go to that link, there'll be a button you click on, boom, and this will automatically pop into your Clickfunnels account, that entire funnel. You can go and just edit, put your order links in there. Now you got your own sales funnel you can start using, start making money with. And if you want, you can come in, you can add your own things in there. You can add your own upsells. You can do whatever you want. It's really, really cool and exciting. Okay? All right. Now let me ask you guys a question. We've been going for about an hour, a little over an hour now. Who here feels a little bit like this? Every time I ever speak, people always come to me like, man, Russell, you talk fast. I feel like I had a fire hose to my face. And one day I was on Google Images and I was just goofing around and this picture popped up and I was like, that's probably what people feel like after I've been talking to them. So I understand that and I get that. I talk fast and we covered a lot of really, really cool stuff. And there's things I wish we had time to go into a lot more detail with. And so what I wanted to do is I wanted to create something where if you guys are interested in what we're talking about, you want to take this next level and go deeper into your business, we got a really cool package I put together. Is it okay with you guys if I share that package with you right now? Yeah. Okay, cool. All right, so this is how it works. It's called Funnel Hacks, and I'm really excited about it for a lot of reasons. First thing, this is what you guys are going to get. First thing you're going to get is 1 year enterprise account to ClickFunnels. Now, just so you guys know, if you go to clickfunnels.com right now, an enterprise account is $300 a month. Okay, so this is 300 times 12. Mathematicians, what's the numbers? $3,600 real, like if you went to clickfunnels.com right now, that's what it would cost you to get enterprise. And our enterprise account is basically for people who have a lot of traffic and a lot of pages, a lot of funnels. We have lower plans. This basically means that like you could send a bajillion visitors in an hour and nothing would happen. Okay, that's what the enterprise account does. So with that enterprise account, you'll be able to make opt-in funnels. Okay, most of our competitors can only do this. This is just the least of our features. You can create an opt-in funnel. You can create a sales funnel, just like we mapped out here, that integrates with any of your payment processors. You can create webinar funnels, integrates with GoToWebinar and also Webinar Jam. You can create automated webinars. So you have your entire automated webinar platform here, all in one spot. You can create product launch funnels that are awesome, and you can create membership sites that are awesome. So that's what you'll be able to do inside of ClickFunnels. And then when somebody asks you, can your landing page software do this? You'll be able to say, yes, it does all those cool things. All right? Okay, and you're going to get a free t-shirt. Have you guys seen the cool t-shirts these guys are wearing around? For anyone who does get started today, I'm going to ship you out one of these t-shirts because I want you guys to become ClickFunnels evangelists. Again, I think this is the greatest tool in the world. So we'll send you out a t-shirt as well so you can have one, which would be awesome. Okay, so here's what you're going to get. You're going to get a 1 year enterprise account of ClickFunnels. That's $3,564 value. Now, the next thing I'm going to give with you guys is I'm actually going to be doing a 6-week funnel hacking masterclass, where inside of ClickFunnels, there's 6 types of funnels, right? These are the 6 right here: opt-in, sales, webinar, automated webinar, product launch, and membership funnels. Now, each of these funnels has a lot of psychology behind what we do and why we do it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is we're going to do a 6-week training course. So the first one is all opt-in funnels. I'm going to teach the strategy, the psychology behind it. We're going to show you guys how to make it work, and then I'm going to show you guys the techie part. So you bring your webmaster on, or your partner, or whoever you want to be your ClickFunnels expert on, and I will teach them exactly how to make an opt-in funnel and integrate with your autoresponder, and they will become a master at that for you. Okay, that's week number 1. Week number 2, we'll do the same thing for sales funnels. We'll talk about psychology, the strategy, all the pieces behind it. Bring your tech person on, and we'll help them build out the entire thing. And we'll do that in week 3 with webinar funnels, automated webinar funnels, product launch funnels, and membership funnels. Within 6 weeks, you guys, when we finish this master class, you and whoever your tech person is that's going to be doing this for you will become masters of this, and they'll know how to do it better than I can. Okay? Now, I'm going to walk you guys through a couple people who've been through some of my funnel building master classes. This is one of our clients named Liz. She went through ClickFunnels. She was one of our first beta users of it, and she built out a webinar funnel. And this is what she told me a week ago. We had a call. She said, with our new funnel, this month we got 35 new clients and $997 each. Who's a mathematician? What's that equal? 35 grand, right? Okay. This is her first business she'd ever created online. So she made 35 grand last month with her webinar funnel. So now the funnel's been perfected. They're on track to get 100 new clients this month. Okay, pretty exciting for someone. They live down in New Zealand, and this is their first time online before, and they got so frustrated with technical stuff in the past, they just kind of kept giving up. We gave them ClickFunnels, went through the masterclass, and boom, they've got a really legitimate business. I'd be shocked if they don't do over $1 million this year with what they're doing, which is really, really exciting. Okay, next one, this is a guy named Mike. This is Mike. Who here is like a brand new beginner? Like this is like you're just learning internet marketing today for the first time, okay? This is how Mike is. I met Mike 4 months ago. He signed up for ClickFunnels, came to one of our master classes. He knew nothing, and he was like as green can be. And he said right here, I've never actually had a funnel before ClickFunnels. I followed Russell's instructions, set up a sales funnel, bought my first ad, and on my very first try, I sold 8 people on my front end, and 2 people bought my upsell $197. He made $400 in cash from his very first try with this. And for him, he's a college kid, blew his mind. Like just most of his friends don't make $400 a month. He did it on the very first funnel, very first ad he bought, which is awesome. Okay, this is Simon. Now Simon cracks me up because he also is in the supplement market, and he did the same thing. He looked at my funnel, he modeled it, launched it, and this he said I followed the funnel hack system, found a funnel I liked, which was mine. He modeled it, and my very first test, we doubled over our ad spend, which means $1 in, $2 back out. Okay, with any funnel, you guys, that's my goal. If I put $1 in advertising in, I want to get $2 back out. That's what I'm trying to do. Okay, and boom, his very first test with his first funnel, he did that. Okay, our goal with the whole funnel hacks class, you guys, is to get you as close as possible to being successful from day number one, because I don't want you wasting a year or 6 months or 12 months or however long it's going to take you guys to get your funnel perfect. I want you to, when you buy your first ad, it's almost as close to perfect as possible before you buy your first ad. And that's the goal of this masterclass. Okay, this is Anthony D. Clementi. Anthony had a funnel that was doing well. He moved it over to Clickfunnels, and then we kept tweaking things and trying things, and called him up on the phone one day. I said, hey, try doing this, this, and this. And he said, I made a few changes Russell recommended to our VSL page. We're currently up from 1.5% conversion rate to 3.75%. Is that awesome? So that's what we're going to do, guys, is I want to shortcut your guys' success. I don't want you running around with a 1.5% converting sales page when you have a 3.5 by these couple tweaks. That's what we're going to be covering in the masterclass, those type of things. Do we have a mic again real quick? Back here, I want Drew to kind of share. So this is Drew Canoli, guys, from Fit Life TV. And we'll give Drew a round of applause.
All right.
Do you want to give kind of your experience with the whole funnel stuff that we went through with you guys?
What was that? What'd you say?
Do you want to give you kind of your experience about the funnel stuff that I went through with you guys?
Absolutely. So what was it? About 4 months ago, I bought the book, 108 Split Tests. And I was looking through this book. And I'm like, this book is just loaded with goodness. I'm like, in the back of my mind, being a visionary, you have all these ideas as entrepreneurs, right? Everybody in the room has 1,000 ideas. In my mind at the time, I was like, what if Russell could come here and help the Fit Life TV team build our supplement funnel and the different things that we're creating? Because at the time, we were doing well, like Jamel said, over $1 million every year, but we wanted to 10x it and take it to the next level. So Brunson came out. He spent the entire day with us. He just blew our minds of the content that he was delivering, and we were in our conference room. We didn't even have a whiteboard in the conference room. Poor guy was drawing on the windows in this place. And he mapped out the entire strategy, the entire funnel for the product launch that we just put into play. And literally within 2 weeks, we 10x'd our business or more. And we have pre-orders coming in now that's essentially going to pay for all of our product for like the next year and a half. It's ridiculous. So I believe in it. I think it's absolutely amazing what he teaches. What he's telling you guys to do, it completely can radically transform your business if you just listen and follow with it instead of trying to be creative and putting your touch into it. Follow the pros that have been doing it for over a decade. And that's exactly what we did. And now we're not only making more money, but our mission and purpose here is to transform 10 million people this year. And we're well on our way to do that with physical products outside of just digital. So you're touching those lives through us, my man, and I want to appreciate you for that. That's awesome. Thanks.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Thanks, Drew. Isn't that awesome, you guys? Like, literally, my biggest passion about is like how he said, like, I don't know how to help do what Drew does. He literally has millions of people's lives he's transformed. I can't do that. But if I can give him tools and resources to be able to take his message out to the world, that's where I kind of fit in. That's what I want to do for you guys as well, is help you take whatever it is you got, whatever message you have, whatever product is, whatever service you have that can change the world. I want to give you the tools to be able to do that and do it in a way that's going to make you a bunch of money along the way. All right, so that is the funnel class. So again, this is where you're going to get the one-year enterprise account of ClickFunnels. It's a 6-week master hack class. A total value of $6,561. Now, after you've got funnels, you've got the software that run it, what else do you guys kind of need? Probably need some traffic. Who wants some traffic? Okay, so I shared with you guys one of my traffic hacks earlier, but secret number 3 is one of my traffic hacks. Is that pretty awesome? Okay, so I've got more. I've got a lot of other traffic hacks. In fact, we have a whole product we call Instant Traffic Hacks. And so I'm going to give you guys access to this course as well. We sell them online right now for a lot of money. You guys will get it for free just because I want to make sure if you've got a funnel, you got traffic. So the Traffic Hacks course goes through my solo ad hacks. It goes through my media buying hacks. It goes through my Facebook hacks. It goes through my SEO and my social media hacks. It goes through my affiliate hacks. All the different hacks we have to drive traffic. You guys will get those as well. That way you can speed up your process of getting traffic, okay? I'm not the kind of guy that likes the long drawn out. I'm going to give you 16 hours of theory about how to drive traffic. I'm just going to give you the shortcut. Here's what we do. Just go copy it. Does that sound good? All right, shortcuts are good. All right, so what that means what you're going to get right now, like I said, the tool that runs this whole thing, the master class to teach you how to do it. You're going to get traffic as well. Total value of over $8,558. What else do you guys need? What else are we missing in this process? There's something else. Oh, I know what it is. Who here needs some copy written for them? Okay, copy is hard, right? I showed you guys before my old sales funnel of all these things. Guess what cost me the most amount of money? The sales copy. It's a nightmare. Who here writes copy for a living? Oh, I feel so sorry for you guys. It's so hard. And good copy is expensive, right? And so I wanted to figure out a way that I could get copy written a lot easier, a lot faster, and more importantly, in a way that actually was going to work. And I believe that copy has changed a lot in the last 3 or 4 years. Do you know the average attention span of a human used to be 20 minutes? Guess what it is today? 7 seconds. Okay, most of the copy things out there right now are teaching you how to write copy for people who had 20-minute attention span, but today we don't. You've got 7 seconds. Copy's changed. And so I put together a training a little while ago that I called Inception Secrets for 2 reasons. First off, it's a cool name. Second off, it's a way to write copy that, who here has seen the movie Inception? Okay, it's a way to write copy where you sell without ever selling. My goal through every one of my sales processes is to place an idea inside your mind so by the time I'm done with the sales process, you want to buy. It's your idea. You come and say, hey, Russell, I'm buying. Oh, cool, that's awesome, man. I want the sales process to become your idea. And so we created a whole training course called Inception Secrets. And just like everything I did, I didn't go and teach like 18 years of theory. We just gave you guys the script. So I've got a bunch of scripts I use in our business. We have one script called our Star Story Solution script. We use this for all of our video sales letters. And this is what it looks like. Boom, it starts with a star. You go through this little pattern right here, see the little arrows. So the first thing is I go through the first thing, the pattern interrupt, and I got the thing I do. Then I go to the core desire questions. I agitate past failures. I do the big promise, introduce the star. Then I shift over this. I go to point of high drama, backstory, to the wall, identify the problem. And I go through this entire thing, boom. As soon as I fill in those blanks for all that thing, I've got a sales letter that just works. Okay, I no longer have to guess and try to be creative. I just say, okay, what's my pattern interrupt? And boom, you do it. What's the next thing? What's the next thing? And literally what used to take me, when I write copy, it used to take me about a week to a week and a half to write a sales letter. I can typically get a sales letter done in under 60 minutes now. Okay, who here could benefit from getting a sales letter done in 60 minutes for free? Okay, so you get access to all my scripts. Those are my scripts for my sales videos. This is my scripts for my upsells. This is my scripts for my webinar. This is my script for my call center. I give you all the scripts we use in every single piece of my business so you can just copy and paste them, plug them in for whatever it is you're going to sell. Is that awesome? All right, so that means you get almost everything. The last thing I think you need is your email sequencing. People always get stuck with like, well, what do I email and what do I email first and second? And so I've got a philosophy how I do my emails. It's based on 3 things. First is a concept I call the attractive character. Second is we do a soap opera sequence as soon as somebody joins my list. And the last, we do something called daily Seinfeld emails. Okay, I don't have time to go through all the pieces of this, but all I'm going to give you in my entire training course that walks through this process as well. So when you're writing your emails, you can open up the training course and be like, hey, email number 1, and you just copy it and put it in your flavor, and boom, it's done, and you've got sequences that works. Okay, guys, if I can tell you anything, my entire goal of coming here today was to share with you guys you can shortcut everything you're doing. I'm trying to take away all the creative process and giving you proven templates, proven tools, proven things so you can just copy, paste, plug them in, add your voice, and make them your own. Okay, because I want you guys to be successful today. I don't want to come back in a year from now and you guys be like, yeah, my thing's almost done. I want it to be done now. Okay, money now is better than money later, am I right? Okay, so that's my goal, to kind of shortcut this whole process for you guys, okay? So a couple things. What you're going to get, again, you're going to get the Clickfunnels year account, $3,000 value, the 6-week funnel hack course, the instant traffic hacks, so you get traffic to your site, Inception Secrets, so your copy's done, your Soap and Seinfeld secrets, so your email sequencing's done, $11,000, 552 value, okay? Now, as we know, I'm not going to charge you guys $11,000. You've been to an event before, I'm sure, once or twice, but I want to ask you guys something before we kind of move on. Now, if I did charge you guys $11,000 for all this information, I know that's a lot of money, but I want to ask you guys a question. If all that this did was finally give you a funnel that's profitable, where every dollar you spent in advertising, you got $2 back out, would that be worth 11 grand? Yeah. Drew, would that be worth 11 grand right now for you to give you that funnel again? All right. How much did you make so far today in that funnel-ish? Okay, so yeah, I think it's worth it, right? Okay, my next question is, if this finally gave you the kick in the butt you need to finally get moving, would it be worth 11 grand? Because I can give you $11,000 kick in the butt. If anyone wants one, just let me know. Okay? My last one is, if this finally gave you the ability to fire all of your outsourcers, be able to take control so you can edit your website, so you can drive your traffic, you can write your copy, and do it in a spot where you're not relying on 1,000 other people, would it be worth 11 grand? All right, cool. So basically, when I was kind of putting this package together, I had 2 choices. One is I can make it as cheap as possible, and if I did that, I could sell hopefully everybody in here, which would be cool for me, for you, for Mike and Andy, for everybody. But the problem is, like, it didn't really incentivize me to stack the value because I've got 4.5 kids at home. My wife's pregnant with number 5. Like, I don't have a lot of time, and so if it's really cheap, it doesn't really incentivize me. The second option is I could charge a lot more. It's going to be a little higher investment. But what's cool is that now I can dedicate resources on my team, our staff, our people to help make sure you're successful. And I thought it'd be better to kind of go with the second option. Do you guys agree with that? All right, cool. All right, so I want to ask you guys one more question before we kind of get into the pricing, is what's one funnel actually worth for all of you guys? Okay? One successful funnel, what would that be worth for you? Think about that number in your head. What would that be worth for you? Because there's a number. Would it be worth $5,000 a month? $10,000? More than that? How much would you pay to get one perfect funnel? Okay, now for me, this funnel right here cost me $29,000. That's a lot of money. Who would invest $29,000 in a funnel? None of you guys? Well, I'll tell you what, this funnel is making me $17,000 a day. I'll make that investment every single day of my life. When I pay $29,000 to get something that makes me $17,000 per day, the math on that's $500,000 a month, $6 million a year. So who here, if you gave me $30,000, if I was going to give you back $6 million, who would do that deal? Oh, it changes the perspective a little bit, doesn't it? Okay? One funnel will change your guys' life, you guys. I promise you that. All right? You can see the reason why right now we've got 2 clients who are paying us. We call it our $1 million program. It pays $100,000 up front plus 10% of the profits until I make $1 million myself. We've got 2 people in this program right now. This is why they do it, because they understand that they put $100,000 in, we build them a funnel, and they just get free cash until I'm paid off. It works for them, it works for me. Okay? So that's why that works. Okay? So you guys can see why this would be a good deal at $5,000. And we're going to be opening this to the general public very soon for $19.97. But because you guys are special, and I think you're awesome, and Mike and Andy are sweet, I love those guys, we're going to do something really cool. We'll get started today for just $9.97. Does that sound good? Cool. I love when people clap at the price. That's a good thing, right? All right, a couple more things. I want to stress this because this is a big deal, you guys. If you go to Clickfunnels right now and try to buy my enterprise account, it's $3,000. You're getting... What's the math on that? For a third of that right now, you're basically getting Clickfunnels for free, okay? For just $1,000. It's kind of crazy. In fact, I was showing Todd and Dylan before and said, dude, you're seriously giving that for free? I'm like, I don't know. I want everyone to be successful. That's number one here, right? So now, right now, you guys kind of got 2 choices, okay? The first choice is you can do nothing. Don't take the leap of faith and just kind of go back and go the way you are, which is fine. Or you can pony up the small amount of money, test this thing out, go through the master class, get your funnel set up. Hopefully I'll make you guys a ton of money. But if I don't, my philosophy in my company is if I can't make you money, I don't deserve yours. Is that a good philosophy? So if I don't make you guys any money, all you have to do, if it doesn't work for you, ask for your money back, and it's done. Okay? Does that sound fair? Cool. So here it is, 30-day guarantee. Come through everything. Go through the master classes. If in 29 days from now, 23 hours, 59 minutes, you're not happy, just let me know. Give your money back, and it's cool. All right? So the real question, is it worth gambling a few minutes of your time to check this out? Because if it does even half of what I've claimed it can do for you, half of what it's done for Drew, half of what it's done for everyone else would be worth it? I think so. All right, so again, what you're going to get, 1-year enterprise account of ClickFunnels, 6-week funnel hack masterclass, instant traffic hacks, inception secrets, soap opera Seinfeld secrets, sold value $11,000 Plus, if you have signed up today, I'm going to mail you out one of these awesome t-shirts. And last thing, this is my last thing, you guys. This one's important because this one's only available for the next 10 minutes. So if you think you might be interested real quick, I want you to stand up really quick because this is only available for 10 minutes. In 10 minutes, this is gone, this bonus. So what I'm going to do is anyone who signs up in the next 10 minutes, they're going to be marking it back here in the back. This is one thing I'm going to do. I'm going to manually myself log into your back office of ClickFunnels after your account's set up. I'm going to double how many funnels you get in your account. I'm going to double how many pages you get. I'm going to double the amount of traffic you're allowed to get. And you're going to have my priority support guys who will help you. That means if you're trying to get Infusionsoft integrated and you're stuck and you're like, I hate Infusionsoft. If it's 3 in the morning, you let my guys know. They'll log into your Infusionsoft account, they'll plug it all in, and boom, you're ready to rock and roll. Does that sound awesome? You get my priority support guys. You have priority template requests. You're like, that guy's template's awesome. I want it in ClickFunnels. You let us know. Boom, we get it in ClickFunnels, so it's there. Total value is priceless, you guys. It gets $9.97 today. I'll be in the back for the next 10 minutes. If you have any questions, I'll be back there. Thanks, everybody.